simply disappear. Phyllis, moving slow, warning bells on the cable cars play the gangs all year. Phyllis, who charms the crabs and fishermen born right out of their shell, who lights the lamps of Chinatown just by walking in view. It sure isn't you.
Legend of the big and small screen celebrating Oscar and Emmy winner Cloris Leachman. Tonight that a Hollywood legend has died. Cloris Leachman starred in The Mary Tyler Moore Show and Phyllis in the 1970s and had other roles in a long list of TV shows and films. Cloris Leachman was 94 years old.
Some sad news as late today we learned that actress Cloris Leachman has died. She had quite an amazing career, winning 8 Primetime Emmys, 2 for her role as Phyllis on The Mary Tyler Moore Show in the 1970s. Leachman also won an Oscar for The Last Picture Show and appeared in a string of comedies, including Young Frankenstein. Cloris Leachman died of natural causes at home in California. She was 94 years old.
Leachman won 1 Oscar, 8 Emmys, and she had a career that began in the 1940s. She never stopped working either. She created a lot of memorable characters over the years, including the snobby Phyllis Lindstrom on The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
I think Lars summed it up best when he turned to me one night and said, "Phyllis, jag har slutat."
On the classic 70s sitcom The Mary Tyler Moore Show, Cloris Leachman made her mark as Mary's landlord, Phyllis Lindstrom, winning 2 Emmys for the role. Phyllis was all about Phyllis, and audiences loved her. Leachman even got her own spin-off for a couple of seasons. Leachman would win 8 Primetime Emmys and 1 Daytime Emmy in her long career. 2 of those Emmys came later in life, as Grandma Ida on Malcolm in the Middle.
Your father had a second family.
What?
This slutty cocktail waitress in Manitoba. She was nothing but a pig.
Leachman's acting credits begin in the 1940s and go through 2020. She did comedy and drama, winning the Supporting Actress Oscar for the 1971 Peter Bogdanovich classic, The Last Picture Show.
3 months I've been apologizing to you without you even being here. I haven't done anything wrong. Why can't I quit apologizing? You're the one ought to be sorry.
Leachman also had audiences howling for her comedy work in Mel Brooks movies. Among those roles, Nurse Diesel in 1977's High Anxiety.
We're dealing with sick people here. You understand? Dangerously sick people.
Before that, in '74, she had this classic role in Young Frankenstein.
I am Frau Blucher.
In 2008, when Leachman was 82, she became the oldest contestant to compete on Dancing with the Stars. There was never a dull moment.
I'm leaving. Goodbye.
Finally tonight, celebrating the hilarious Cloris Leachman. Cloris Leachman, an Oscar winner, an Emmy winner, and a fixture in millions of American homes for decades. In Young Frankenstein, it was her name, the mere mention of it.
I am Frau Blucher.
Her range celebrated.
I haven't done anything wrong. Why can't I quit apologizing?
Winning an Academy Award for her portrayal of a lonely housewife in The Last Picture Show.
The winner is Cloris Leachman.
Always using humor and always grateful.
To Cornelia Williams Hurlbut, my first piano teacher, and Rose Lorenz, my dancing teacher in Des Moines, and my father, Buck Leachman, who paid the bills. Wait a minute.
beloved for her role on The Mary Tyler Moore Show as Phyllis.
Oh, Mary. Dear, funny Mary.
In an interview with The Hollywood Reporter, she was asked what's her secret after a long and storied run in Hollywood.
I try to eat healthy food and, do a few little somethings, not much. You have to be ready to work. If you're not ready to live, at least you're ready to work.
Cloris Leachman was 94.
Bring in this morning for the Oscar and Emmy winner with a career spanning more than 70 years. Chris Connolly is in Los Angeles with her story. Good morning, Chris.
And good morning, George. An actress of remarkable range from the 1950s onward, Cloris Leachman won Emmys making audiences laugh, won an Oscar making them cry, and at age 82, won their hearts on the dance floor.
I had sex appeal. In fact, I still do.
All that and then some, well into her 80s. Cloris Leachman brought her deliciously late-in-life sizzle to such sitcoms as Raising Hope.
I'm just hanging with a friend, and if 10 pizzas show up, they're for me.
And at age 82, to doing the tango on Dancing with the Stars, getting a leg up with the show's judges.
I didn't do it. My leg did it.
Yet even before her renaissance as a primetime provocatrix, Cloris Leachman had 8 primetime acting Emmys, an Academy Award, and an unmistakably great way with a comedic one-liner.
Did you know that Lars has a neurotic fear of swallowing hair?
In the 70s, she'd be best known as part of the ensemble on The Mary Tyler Moore Show as Phyllis Lindstrom, married to Lars, mother of Bess, the over-disclosing neighbor swimming in a sea of Twin Cities singles.
She's one of those geniuses who's capable of thinking on the spot and making it funny and making it truthful.
She'd bring those curls and that gimlet-eyed gaze to the spin-off Phyllis. Later taking on a different look as she took over for Charlotte Rae on the last 2 seasons of The Facts of Life. Meanwhile, on film, she was sensational as a gym teacher's wayward spouse in The Last Picture Show.
What am I doing apologizing to you? Why am I always apologizing to you, you little...
Remember her throwing the coffee pot, tweeted Stephen King? Leachman would win the 1971 Supporting Actress Oscar.
I'm having an amazing life, and it isn't over yet.
She'd also star in such hit comedies as Young Frankenstein.
Some warm milk, perhaps?
No, thank you very much. No thanks.
Ovaltine.
For writer-director Mel Brooks, who tweeted, "Such sad news. Cloris was insanely talented. Every time I hear a horse whinny, I will forever think of Cloris's unforgettable Frau Blucher." Born in Iowa, Leachman attended Northwestern and competed in the 1946 Miss America pageant. She'd make her film debut, Kiss Me Deadly. In 1955, she'd appear opposite a pre-presidential Ronald Reagan in an episode of General Electric Theater. 53 years down the road, she would bring the house down at Bob Saget's Celebrity Roast.
Can't believe I shaved for this.
Cloris Leachman died Wednesday at the age of 94, hailed by all for her magnificent and much admired career.
Difficult. This was the easiest interview I ever did. This wasn't difficult at all. No.
We haven't started yet.
I know. Well, we're going to...
She was funny and a force, an altogether unstoppable one, and she leaves a lot of wonderful performances to be remembered by.
I'm very, thrilled to be in this life, in this privilege that I have of this work and everything that goes with it.
Cloris Leachman has died. A rep for the legendary actress confirmed to ET Cloris died in her sleep Tuesday night. She was 94. Cloris's prolific career spanned decades, acting in more than 100 movies and TV shows. She starred in some of the most iconic movies of all time, including 1971's The Last Picture Show, which earned her an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress.
I adore comedy. I like to do it over and over again until I just get sick of it.
Her beloved role on The Mary Tyler Moore Show was only the beginning.
Bill, look, I just don't think that I should be there when you talk to Sue Ann. Mary, you have to be there. One, you're my friend. 2, you will be neutral. 3, if you're not there, I will rip her face off. I'll go with you.
It kicked off a legendary run of television performances, eventually earning her 8 Emmy Awards.
It means that I'm here to stay, and it isn't a flash in the pan and a fly-by-night.
And over the years, her career never seemed to slow down. Cloris hit the ballroom in 2008 on Dancing with the Stars.
Really, I can't tell you. I just feel so... This is where I should be and what I should be doing right now. And I think it's going to be on for a long time.
And in 2010, she joined the cast of Raising Hope and remained with the series until it ended after 4 seasons. In recent years, Cloris had roles in the drama American Gods and the reboot of Mad About You.
It wasn't, oh, I want to be a star in, oh, Hollywood, ever. It was just something that developed.
Cloris opened up to E.T. many times over the years about her legendary career.
I can't help but put humor into what I do, even if it's serious, because I think I have a silly bone and it tickles me. The humanness or the foibles that each of us has, the part behind what we think the world is seeing, the backside is, to me, the interesting part.
I guess it's that movie-making magic that really keeps you in there.
Oh,
really...
forever. Yeah, forever.
A legend. What do you think of that word?
It's a good word. It's just how long you live.
It's not just how long you live. You've won 8 Emmy Awards.
9.
She may balk at being called a legend.
Look what we have got.
But with Cloris Leachman, it's hard to think of a better word.
Your rooms have been prepared.
In nearly 70 years on stage and on screen, she's truly done it all.
Fire, then we'll do Kissinger, then the bus strike, and the armed robbery.
How lucky you are. Insulated from reality here in the fantasy world of television.
2 of those 9 Emmys were for her role as Mary Tyler Moore's annoyingly perfect landlord, Phyllis Lindstrom.
Tight for when I toss my head back in that way I have.
It was easy for her to make us laugh, and it seems just as easy to break our hearts.
What am I doing apologizing to you? Why am I always apologizing to you, you little bastard?
For this scene in 1971's The Last Picture Show, director Peter Bogdanovich allowed her just 1 take.
I just did it once, and I had just learned my lines on the way over there.
On the way over there?
On the way over there. And I did it, and then he said cut, and it was over. And I said, wait. I need to do that again. He said, no. I could do the first part better. I could.
You think you could?
I know I could.
Still, it was good enough for an Oscar.
Are you comfortable?
Yes, this is fine.
Back then, she was also raising 5 children and would try to cook dinner for them nearly every night. Dinah England is her youngest.
I remember when I was a kid, there would be 5 of us, and then everybody would come home at different times, and she would literally make 5 different gourmet vegetarian meals, just one after the other. Never stop. Who does that?
Who does that and has a side job that wins you multiple awards going on? I mean,
we'd eat at 10 or 11 at night, but we would definitely have a good meal.
You have to put lemon and red wine vinegar also.
And here's something that's often on the menu at the Leachman house: cabbage salad with a family secret dressing.
Well, I don't even know what the ingredients are. I just put stuff in. Sometimes I hit it, and sometimes I miss it. But the idea really is the taste of cold cabbage, and then these ingredients. That's what changes. And you just have to hit it lucky.
Hopefully we'll be lucky. Her dressing is an ad-lib concoction of garlic, vinegar, mustard, and some really pricey cheese, but it all works.
Oh my goodness. Right? That's so much more than what I thought it was going to be.
And just the thing for someone who's been a vegetarian for most of her adult life. Do you miss bacon?
I don't miss meat at all. I couldn't eat meat now if you gave me $1 million.
No.
I couldn't put it in my mouth. Just over the years I haven't done it, and now I can't. odd. Very odd.
It's very odd.
Would the doctor care for a brandy before retiring?
Cloris Leachman may not be famous for her cabbage salad, but she is famous for this, one of the best-known running gags in movie history.
I am Frau Blucher.
Leachman lives near a horse farm in the hills above L.A., and it seems like the neighbors were in on the joke.
I'm sorry for laughing. Come on, it's a horse neighing. What was the meaning of the horse in Young Frankenstein?
I asked Mel a few years ago, and he said, Blucher means glue.
Director Mel Brooks may have been kidding about the words, but even now it's still just as funny.
Inga, may I present Frau Blucher?
What's 34 times 12?
408.
At 89, she's still a fixture on the big screen.
My dog.
With more movies due out next year. But no matter what the part, Cloris Leachman knows just how to serve it up.
Next few months, I'll be 90.
How does that feel?
It's hilarious. I can't even count that high.
Is it still fun?